Okay, we have another question from one of Jen's friends, and the question
is, how do you know when the cheese is ripe enough to pick? I don't know if he had pick on there, but
that's
I
a good
added
Wisconsin question.
that. It is, and
Not everybody knows that cheese really does come from plants.
yeah, here in Wisconsin, we just pick it.
We have
eat
happy
it.
plants in Wisconsin.
Happy cheese plants come from Wisconsin.
Okay, so what do we have here?
Well, we have this cheese plant over here. Come on in, cameraman. And you can see that this cheese here is really, really white. That probably means it's not ripe enough yet to pick. Whereas this cheese over here is a nice,
it's a good color.
Orangey.
Looks pretty ripe.
Yep.
Should we try that?
Let's try it.
Want to pick it?
Let's see.
That tastes done.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
It's ripe enough to pick.
Sargento. Thanks, Mitch.
Okay, you can tell when cheese plants are overripe when they start to get mold on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you're a true Wisconsinite, your mom always told you, little mold never hurt you. Just scrape it off and eat it. So you just scrape it off. Usually you could use a knife. Erin's using a stick or
your finger.
Or your fingernail. And then
that's good enough to go.
Yep. Tastes fine.
And some of us like mold, like blue cheese. I love that.
Oh yeah.
I think it comes from the Deja Blue pasta.
Okay, our last question today comes, actually it wasn't our last question. Our second to last question comes from a friend who wants to know why her Solomon seal gets all stringy. And Solomon seal is actually is more of a spring plant, and so during the summer it doesn't always look its best because spring is really its time to shine. But a lot of times if they're stringy, mine here are kind of stringy, but that's because hail hit them, and so that's why they look that way. But other than that, usually when they're stringy, it's because they're getting eaten by earwigs and slugs.
Delicious.
Yeah. But you know what is delicious when it's stringy?
I know. Sargento string cheese. This plant is good. Thanks, Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jen. What's your last question?
Our last question comes from my friend Andrea, who lives in Indianapolis, Indiana. And she wants to know, when is enough really enough?
Well, when it comes to cheese, I know enough's enough when I'm all bloated and I can't eat anymore.
And you can't go to the bathroom anymore.
Yes.
That's when you know you've had enough cheese.
Unless you live in Wisconsin.
Then you know how to cure that.
It's called a balanced diet.
Yeah. Beer and cheese. And maybe a brat.
Yeah.
You do that, no problem.
That's a balanced diet.
Yeah.
Oh my God, something just fell out of my cheese.
But as far as plants go, as far as hostas go, obviously I don't know the answer to that because I don't know when enough is enough. It's when you run out of room and you have to start planting in your neighbors' yards. That's
or you have to move.
Or you have to move.
Or you get a plot of land somewhere else.
Somewhere else. Or
it.
you just start volunteering to plant at your friends' houses.
Yeah. And let me tell you, that's enough.
Yeah. Well, that's the end of our
cheesy episode.
Our cheesy episode of questions and answers.
Thanks for joining us.
Mm-hmm. And I know that you're all jealous that we've now eaten a whole bunch of cheese. So that just means that we're going to have to eat a whole bunch or drink a whole bunch of beer.
Mm-hmm.
Not eat it. Unless you're drinking Guinness and it's kind of like eating it.
Yeah, because Guinness is good for you.
Yeah. So, hope to see you again soon.
Coming up, we're going to have a mojito recipe in a week or so.
Time.
So,
yeah.
Stay with us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know, shoot us an email or
thanks for dinner.
Even shoot us a video segment and we'll put it on our next
Thank you for your comments.
Yeah.